two camera setup going on here. You see, from the laptop, because I'm about to do something phenomenal. We're here in the kitchen, and what is it that most people do in kitchens? Well, I'm no different than most people. And actually, I'm here in the kitchen because my daughter asked me to please cook something. You know, she no longer lives at home and she gets a little homesick. And I know that she especially misses her mommy's good cooking. So, being the wonderful, loving, engaging, and accommodating mother that I am, I'm going to do just what my baby girl asked me to do, and I'm going to prepare something. And even though she won't be able to be here to taste it, she's not here to taste it, she'll still at least, it'll be a good reminiscent thing where she'll be able to reflect and remember just how good her mom's home cooked food is. And let's see, what should we do today, dear?
We're going to do one of your famous pies.
We're going to have pie? Okay, yes. I'm going to show everybody how to do pie. Now, if you know anything about the Bentons, you know that we try to do things in a healthy way. So my pie is not like your mom's or your grandmother's pie. It's probably not like any pie that you've ever tasted, but it is a wonderful pie. So I need to do something else here. I don't like the way this is sitting. So I need to, would you step around there just to show people what you're doing until I come back?
Step around there.
You see, okay, I'm going to show you what happens here. I work, and this is what he does.
Well, I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life, and so I'm constantly drawing for observation purposes to increase that ability. All of us were born with some form of talents, and I just happen to be very passionate about drawing and creating things. When I was a kid, the normal thing for the group that I hung out with was to make things. The neighborhood I lived in had a junkyard that wasn't very far away, and we would go and get bicycle parts and make our own bicycles and just anything, make our own scooters. So
okay, that's it to him. Call me a camera hog. Yes. Tell the people bye.
Goodbye.
Because this is about food, y'all. This is about delicious food. So let's see. Hi, Dawn. Our cousin Dawn is watching.
Hi, Dawn.
Yeah. So we're about to I'm about to throw down in the kitchen. And I don't know if you noticed, I'm not wearing an apron. Now I do have aprons, but I'm not going to wear an apron today because my cooking is so healthy and so clean that I don't even need to wear an apron, as you will soon see. I'm going to fix a pie, and this particular pie is not going to be loaded with calories, and everything in this pie is going to not only be delicious, but it is going to be good for you. So, should I begin, dear?
Yes, you should.
Should I keep the people waiting?
No, you shouldn't, and I'm waiting to be
my taste tester?
Yes, definitely.
This is going to be so good. Let's see. Yes, Juanita Gordon, that's my mommy. So do I want to tag people? Yeah, I'll tag them to this, and I'll tag you, Lamar. Let's see. Piney Woods is watching. Hi, Piney. Delphine Carter Hawkins. Hello there. Linda Shivers Humphrey. Oh, hi. I went to school with Linda. So yeah, we're gonna. I guess we'll jump into this pie.
Yes.
Dawn, I know that you're doing things in a healthy way, so this is even something that you would enjoy. And let's see here. And yes, I'm wearing my Whispers t-shirt, one of them. Check me out. I'm Whispers all day long. And speaking of Whispers, they're not here with us right now, but I know they love my cooking too, or they would if they had it. But, when they come to town, it's usually really quick, and I don't have a chance to prepare something with my own two hands for them. But I know if I did, they'd absolutely love it, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they?
Absolutely, yes, they would. Just don't ask your brother Jerry's opinion about that.
Watch it, buddy. So is anybody ready to eat? Ready to eat? Ready?
Oh,
ready to
absolutely.
get some
Well, get
pie?
on with it. I'm waiting.
Well, you know what? I'll be nice to you. I'm gonna put this one on you.
Oh, okay. All right. Hello, folks.
So while you're drawing, let me see. So yeah, we got 2 cameras going on here. So let me tilt it down so they can see what you're doing.
Actually, I'm drawing an object in our kitchen. It's a menu, a recipe box that's on the counter or on the
Hi,
shelf.
Bunny. That's Bunny Gatewood. I'm about to cook something, so I'm just kind of waiting for a few more of you to jump on board so that even though you won't be able to taste it, when I prepare this delicious pie, you will be able to imagine the flavor and it'll just go all through you. And you know, the next time you find out I'm going to be cooking, I know there's going to be a line of people in my driveway waiting to come in so that you can sit here and be ready for when I pop it out of the oven, you can be the first among many to taste. So in the meantime.
Well, are you going to commence with the cooking, or are you just going to talk?
I'm gonna cook.
All right,
Listen,
well.
don't rush the cook. You know, I've got my creativity seeping into the room, and I don't want you to interfere with.
Well,
the
you
mix.
know, this is going to be a test. You know, when you after that lemon meringue pie that you made.
Well, why would you bring up the lemon meringue pie?
I told you you didn't have to cook anymore. So this is a
Why
trial.
would you bring up the lemon meringue pie? See, this is what I mean. You know, men, they always want to bring up your shortcomings and the things that you failed in so that they can make you feel bad and you can go into a deep, dark state of depression.
I'm giving you a chance for redemption.
This is redemption?
Yes.
Why'd you bring up the lemon meringue pie?
Well, that was quite an experience.
See, you know what? He lost his train of thought.
That was quite an experience that I don't wish to repeat, please.
Please?
So that's why I volunteered to cook from that point on.
Now he's bragging because he's the cook now. He's bragging. You see, you can never trust a man.
Oh.
And you know, speaking of my bragging husband, tell the people hi again.
Hello.
Okay, so let me tell you something about this man. Yes, he's been doing all the cooking since April of 2015. Okay, I'm going to spill the beans. So our daughter, Lindsay Renee, nominated me for Food Network's Worst Cooks of America. And they contacted me and they put me through a lot of paces to audition. And so one of the things that they had me do, in fact, the last thing they had me do was to cook something. So I prepared a lemon meringue pie as my audition dish for Food Network's Worst Cooks of America. Well, that was in April of 2015. And yes, the lemon meringue pie was an absolute disaster. And my family absolutely hated it. And it was nasty and it tasted horrible and it looked pretty bad too. Although I will say it was clean.
I could think of a much more descriptive word. Catastrophe would be more fitting.
Okay, so it was a catastrophe. I'm not denying it was a catastrophe. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Robert. Yes, my lemon meringue pie for Food Network's Worst Cooks of America was a catastrophe.
And that's why I took over the cooking duties, because
he's such a bragger. But let me tell you something about his cooking duties before I get started on this delicious pie that I'm going to make today. So he took over cooking duties, and you know he tries to clean and wash dishes.
Oh, wait a minute now. Let's not go there.
No, let's not go there. Yes, let's go there. And so I couldn't understand a few things that were transpiring in the kitchen after he took over the kitchen duties. Like when I would take a plate out of the cupboard and I put it in my hands and I feel something on it.
That was just we had a faulty dishwasher.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, faulty dishwasher. There's the dishwasher. You're looking at him. So, but I couldn't understand certain things about the dishes. And so I would come behind him and I would, oh, honey, that's okay. I need to wash these over again, I would tell him. And every time he'd look at him and he'd see food still on him, he'd say, oh, I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't see that. But then there was something else that was interesting that was taking place in the kitchen. I go, buy groceries and I buy dishwashing liquid. And I couldn't understand how I would buy a bottle of dishwashing liquid that normally would last me for at least a month. But when I buy it after he took over kitchen duties, the dishwashing liquid would only last a few days.
Oh, come on now.
So
You're exaggerating.
I didn't complain because I was happy he was doing the cooking.
That's a huge exaggeration.
But what I did do, what you learn is before you complain, you should take some time to observe. So that's what I would do. I thought, let me just see what's actually happening. Is he having to wash dishes a lot more than I did? I'm just trying to figure this out, and I'm being supportive, and I'm so happy that he's washing the dishes. So I would kind of just mosey in the kitchen and see these chairs. When he was cooking, I would take a seat in one of the chairs and just kind of chit chat with him and just observe whatever he's doing on the slide. And brother, man, would take the bottle of dishwashing liquid and just squirt. I mean, just squirt.
That's not true.
And I'm like,
that's not true.
Is he trying to put out a fire?
That's not true.
Because he would just squirt, take the dish towel, squirt in the water, just squirt, squirt, squirt. So, little things that I learned that were going on.
You've always had a tendency to exaggerate.
Oh, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
Yes, you are. And
and let's talk about the paper towels. Ooh, you guys should have seen how he looked at me. Paper towels. I buy a roll of paper towels and they would last a minute. Hubby started cooking and the paper towels would disappear like that. So I observed. And what I noticed was, how you take a paper towel and let me just demonstrate.
Now look, this was not supposed to be about me. This was supposed to be about the pie that you're cooking. So let's get back to the subject.
There's the perforation and you tear the towel off, right? Well, oh no, that's just too convenient. How about just to take the roll and then snap some off? I'm like, okay, all righty here for Mr. Conservative in the kitchen. But honey, I want you to know that I love you with an undying love.
You're not acting like you love me.
I do. I love you, honey. That's my man.
Yeah.
That's my baby daddy.
Yeah.
That's my best friend. And that's my cook. Chief cook, bottle washer, and the song, he really does bring home the bacon.
Yes, I am a sophisticated pack mule. And I always tell her, don't mess with my oats. They got to be steel cut oats, or I won't. It doesn't work any other way.
I beg him to stop calling himself.
That's what I am, a pack mule. Sophisticated though.
Why would you call yourself a pack
Because
mule?
that's the reality.
Would you explain what a pack mule is?
A pack mule carries the load, especially on trips. And in this case, they used to use pack mules for carrying gold. When they struck gold, when they put the gold in the packs and dump it on the mule.
Okay,
so I go out and I make gold in the form of greenbacks and I put it on my back and I bring it home.
You guys heard that, right? My husband calls himself a pack mule.
That's right.
I think that's so horrible, but I can't get him to stop doing that.
I have to know who I am and what I am, what my purpose is.
Yes, he's a confident man. Hi, Jackie. So, you ready for me to start making this pie?
I think everybody's waiting for you to start making this pie.
Want some pie? Want me to fix this pie?
Well, it's not going to fix itself, that's for sure.
Hi, Randy. Hey, Randy.
Randy.
Stevens. Randy, TV Randy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you haven't been around in a while, so my husband just totally forgot your name. But if I say Fire Stick Randy or
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now say hi to Randy.
Hello, Randy. How you doing, man?
So want some pie, Randy? I'm about to make a pie.
I don't think this pie is ever going to be made.
Well, let's see. I may need you to hold the camera and follow me around with the camera because I have to get the ingredients and put it all together so people can see what actually goes into the pie.
Maybe
you don't have to get up. You can just hold it.
All right. Okay.
See, you see that here, but he says he's a pack mule. What pack mule do you hear about complaining?
I don't know of any pack mules that go into the kitchen. Okay.
Well, you said you were.
So I guess I'm the exception. All right. Okay. Now where are you going?
Well, just if you just hold it, you'll be just fine. So anyway, okay, I'm about to do this pie. You got it up too high. Hold it down some very high, people. Okay. So now we go over here because, oh no, first I need something to put the pie in.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
That would be wise.
So I think you should follow me over here. So first of all, we're going to get a dish for the pie. And so that dish is going to be this dish.
Are they still watching you?
Yes, I'm going to make a pie. It's going to be in this dish, okay? Now this pie is going to be just big enough for 2 people, okay? Because it's just me and hubby here. Now, if somebody wants to come over to share it, and you guys let me know, and I'll make a bigger pie.
We can have a pie and shooting pool party.
Yeah, okay, so hubby wants to shoot pool. I want to make this delicious pie. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to make the pie, and if anybody wants to come over, shoot some pool, and have some on my pie. But I'm warning you now, my pie is so good that I don't know how much I'm going to want to share, but I'll give you a little sample, okay? And then you take it home and you make your own pie. But anyway, so here's my dish, and now head it over to the freezer. And I'm going to, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just waiting.
Okay, so head it over to the freezer. There's the dish. And I'm going to make a wild berry pie. So here's the berries, okay? And next, I'm rinsing the dish. You know how to do this. Okay, I know I'm teasing you. He's a good dishwasher. Yes, he is. Okay.
Well, you know, pack mules have hooves. They don't have hands, so that's.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. He's a pack mule. He has hooves. He cannot efficiently always wash the dishes because he doesn't have hands. He has hooves. Okay. All right. So we've got a bowl, and we have the berries. Now, this is going to be a very delicious pie, and it's going to be good for you. You don't have to worry about fat and calories and all that. Okay. So, although it does have carbohydrates. So then you pour the berries into the bowl, and you base it on how many people you're going to feed. And in this case, it's going to be hubby and me. Okay, I think I want some more because it's going to be, I know this is going to be so good that
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to want more. All right. And then you just seal. Yeah, you got that going downhill. Just hold it up straight.
Okay.
That's what it has to
This is it.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Is it still enough?
Yeah, you can just turn it like
All
on
right.
and then that way. Okay.
Well,
Now,
you know,
put these back in
pack
the
mules
freezer.
don't operate cameras. You know that.
Well, this pack you better learn. Okay. So now we have berries.
How many people are still left on?
I don't know. And we have cinnamon and nutmeg and one more ingredient. Pie crust. This is the pie crust. Here we go. So let's see. We take.
You're still full vision.
So what we do is we take the nuts and we break them up some because these are kind of big. But this is my pie crust. Watch, this is awesome. So I'm gonna break the nuts up. And yes, I love that music. I don't own the rights to it, but I do love. Let's see. Hi, Jasmine. Is that Jasmine? Hi, Jasmine. So we break the nuts up and we put them in the bowl. Excuse me, in the pie dish. But this is how you make pie crust. Okay, and let me tell you something. You know, people have often said to me that this isn't pie because it doesn't have the traditional crust. But this is how I feel about it. This is my kitchen. This is my dish. My food, I can call it whatever I want to. My life, I call it whatever. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a pie. You make your pies the way you make them. I make my pies the way I make them. And my husband is happy. He comes home every day and eats more of my food. So it's all good. But anyway, I digress. So you take this, and this is how you make your pie crust. So as you can see, what I'm doing is the nuts are big. These are walnuts. And they're rather large. And, you know, that's really not the way you want to put them in your mouth when you're scooping your pie up with your spoon. So I just break the nuts up, you know, like just break them up a little bit, crush them a little, not too much, because you still want that good crust, on your palate. So I'm breaking the nuts up. Hubby's sitting there drawing.
Well, the only way you can improve in drawing, you have to draw as much as possible.
And the only way you improve in cooking is you have to do it more and more and more and more.
Which you don't do anymore.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay.
I'm making you a pie on this cold Saturday.
Yeah,
You better be happy, buddy.
See, you're confused. It's Friday.
Oh, that's right. It's Friday. Yes. Well, you know what? I think I had a pie Jones, and I haven't had my fix in a while.
I understand. I do.
This pie is so good. This is my crack cocaine right here. Okay, right here. Isn't that marvelous? All right. I think you
better make sure that you really explain that that's not real cocaine.
That this is not real cocaine?
Right.
I said this is my crack cocaine. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't say that, right?
No, you shouldn't.
Because I do have a grandson and other children who do follow me. So this is not crack cocaine. Crack cocaine is very bad. I would never have crack cocaine. Can I just have some crack? I'm just teasing.
No.
Just teasing. I meant crack without the coke. Is there any such thing?
Look, I think you better stop.
Yes, I better stop while I'm ahead. But I just want you to know this pie is delicious. And of course, everybody that knows me knows I would never do any type of substance or drug, no crack, no coke, no none of that. I don't even drink Coca-Cola, okay? Not mad at Coca-Cola people though, so it's not my thing. Okay, so now we've prepared the crust. And like I said, you see, I still haven't gotten anything on myself. I don't need an apron. I can sport my Whisper shirt. Hubby's sporting his Black Panther shirt, and we're just sporting all over the place.
Yes, we are.
Okay. And by the way, this is for Lindsay because Lindsay, I know how much you miss your mommy's cooking.
Is Lindsay on board?
Lindsay has a rehearsal.
Oh, that's right.
They've got performances this weekend.
Oh,
but that's okay. She'll be able to watch it later. So then now I have some cinnamon. I'm going to sprinkle cinnamon. Now, if you're wondering about measurements, well, I have a philosophy. Whenever I cook, I don't measure anything because I want God to bless me immeasurably. So, with that thought in mind and in the spirit of immeasurable blessings, I don't measure ingredients. Why should I measure? I want immeasurable blessings. So when I come in the kitchen, I don't measure anything. All right. So here's the nutmeg. Whoops, I think I put too much nutmeg in there. We won't worry.
I just hope I don't end up in the emergency room.
We won't worry about that. It's okay. I'll just cook it longer to make sure it goes. Ooh, no, you can't cook this too long. Oh well, but it'll be okay. I'm confident. So whatever, this is the other thing. When I'm cooking, if I don't get something right, this is where you just really practice positive thinking and you have good behavior. Hi, Moray. And you have good behavior and you have good vibes.
This sounds like the Lucille Ball philosophy.
No. This is not Lucille Ball. This is Deborah in the kitchen. I know what I'm doing. I got my mojo working in here. Yes. So this is the pie. I started to stir it up. I may need another dish because I think that may splash all the. But anyway,
Moray is on. Is Moray on? Is Moray? Yes. Hey, Moray, we'll have to get you over to shoot pool, man. We got a nice pool table in the basement.
All the way. I'm sorry, whispers.
That's you're not cooking the pie. You're not. Let's get back to the pie.
Let's go.
Please.
All the way.
Yes.
Don't be afraid.
Oh my goodness! I thought this was supposed to be a cooking show.
All the way. Let's take a drive. Oops, wrong words.
Okay. Now, how soon is that going into the microwave?
Are you hungry? My man is hungry and he's waiting for me to throw down in the kitchen.
Yes. Not literally. Okay.
Well, that's an expression.
I know, but you know some of the
you don't understand.
Some of the dishes that you fixed. I hope that your brother Jerry doesn't tune into this because Let me just-
You should call him.
I should call him.
He'll
and
be
tell him.
so jealous because I'm fixing something really delicious.
Okay, well, when are you going to do the
Hi, Carmen.
next
This is my
process?
niece, Carmen.
Niece Carmen.
Oh, okay. So anyway, that's right. I forgot. It's the Whispers music.
got
You
it.
know, it just takes
Yes.
me away. All right.
You're getting
So-
carried away.
Yes. So here's the pie.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I have to stir it up. Okay. So it's not gonna stay looking like this. Just a minute. I need a utensil. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna stir this up. Hi, sweetie. Watch your auntie cook. And you should call your Aunt Vi right now and tell her to watch. She will eat her heart out because we're talking about Viola Ronzaville, my sister. And she thinks she's the best baker of pies in our family. But you see, I have the kind of confidence where I don't have to just stand in the confines and privacy of my kitchen in case it just doesn't come out quite right. I'm a bold woman because I know what I'm doing. And so you want to tilt this down a little bit so that people can see just how luscious.
How's that? Is that good enough?
Yes, that's wonderful. They can see how luscious this pie is going to be. Okay? Now, why are you laughing?
I'm just looking at this lusciousness that you're
Well, here's the
describing.
thing, and this is what's different about mine. People, when they put their crust on top, they can't do anything else to it. My crust is all through there. Isn't that
okay.
wonderful?
Yeah,
You see?
right.
You see? You see? Whoops! But anyway, see, this is going to be really, really good. The only thing that's disappointing about this is when I put it in the oven, it cooks down. You know, like it's nice and full now.
Boy, I'll
But
tell
once
you what.
it cooks, it's going to be like a third lower than what it
It's taking a
currently
long
is.
time. This ought to be very good.
It's going to be delicious. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Yep, this is going to be a good pie. Right now, these are like little rocks. But that's okay. I got this. So don't worry about it. So here we go. Okay. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to put in here? Maybe I should put some lemon juice in it?
Oh, what about your chocolate bits?
Oh, yes!
Oh,
See,
the
I told
chocolate.
you this man loves my cooking. Okay.
Chocolate. What are those called? Chocolate
They're morsels.
morsels.
Honey,
That's
morsels.
right. Yes.
Yes, I'm going to add something else to it that's just going to really add to the delectableness of this delicious pie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here I go. I'm
Yeah.
going to the freezer.
Oh, I need to follow that.
Yes, follow me. Follow me. Okay. Ooh, my morsels, they're disappearing. I only have a few morsels left because I've been making a lot of pies and using a lot of morsels. But I should have just about enough for this. So, but you know what? I'll tell you
This
what.
angle's still good.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, now that I'm going to put morsels in it, any of you who were coming over to eat some, don't, because I don't have enough morsels for everybody, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on any of the flavor. And hi, Rose Bodrick, how you doing? So, okay, so here comes, so for those of you who are just jumping on, let me explain to you what's going on so that, you know, you'll be able to duplicate this in your own kitchen. So I'm making pie, and I have my own brand of pie. I have my own brand of pie crust, and it's a very good and healthy pie. It's not only extremely flavorful, this pie also is healthy. Like it doesn't have any bad fats. I don't use butter. I don't use sugar. I don't use any artificial sweeteners. What else don't I use? I don't use flour. I don't use baking soda or baking powder.
And you don't use anybody else's recipe.
Right. I don't use anyone else's recipe. That's hubby back there in the background, in case you're wondering. But it's true. I don't use anybody else's recipe. What else? What else would you say about my pie? Oh, and let's see. Hi, Richard. And the other thing is my pie will be done in less than 15 minutes. How about that? I mean, can you beat that with a stick? Okay, so just to go over it again, what you're looking at is berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, all kinds of berries. Yes, they're frozen right now, but they aren't going to be frozen for long. And then for the crust, I mixed in, this is my pie crust, See, this is my pie crust. Isn't this marvelous? I bet you never saw this kind of pie crust before, but this is pie crust. You know this as walnuts, but this to me is pie crust.
Hey, is Moray still on?
Oh yeah.
Moray, love your show, man. They need to give you first billing.
He's talking about Moray while
Well,
I'm fixing pie.
He's
Moray, you are a really important person. I want you to know because I thought nothing would come between the man and his stomach.
well,
But here, my husband is giving shout outs to Moray while I'm trying to cook a pie.
Moray's a good guy.
Yes. Hi, Moray. We love you. Okay. Can we get past the love for Moray? All right. Or I'm gonna have some Moray. Okay. So, and these are the little flavor morsels that my husband especially loves for me to put in his pie. So this is really good. All right. So you just reach in there, you get some of these morsels, you know, chocolate morsels, and you know, this is, I mean, you really can't go wrong. You got berries, you got nuts, and you got chocolate. So, okay, so I'm just sprinkling the morsels. Now, you don't mix the morsels into the pie. You sprinkle them on top, okay? It'll be terrible if you mix them in. So I think I need a few more. Good thing, all I need is a few more because that's all I have left. So, hubby, next time you go to the grocery store, you need to give me another bag of morsels.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Okay. So, Olivia the slave. Don't let them drive you to your grave. Olivia, where's your mind? Okay. You know, I'll tell you, the Whispers, they do this to me all the time. When I hear their music, I just stop, you know? It's a good thing that when I put this in the oven will continue because if I have Whispers music going on, I won't be able to cook. All right, so for those of you who are just tuning in.
Good thing I'm not a jealous husband.
Why is that?
Because, anyway.
Why? Because of the Whispers?
I think the onlookers understand.
Well, honey, just learn to sing.
Yes, I do sing. You remember everyone thought I was real quiet, and we had a family gathering at one of your relatives.
Let me add something to that.
And everyone in the neighborhood just came running. Who is this guy? He is just so awesome. Don't you remember that?
Yes, I remember it so well. Next, let me add to that. Learn to sing songs.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm original, just like you are.
Yes, and let's see. Hi, James DeMarco. Okay, so just to touch everybody up before I pop this delicious pie in the oven, this is my pie. And like I said before, these are mixed berries and walnuts. So the berries make up the fruit in the pie, and then the walnuts make up the crust. And then to just add a little bit more flavor, we use chocolate morsels. And before I sprinkle the chocolate morsels, I gave it nutmeg and cinnamon, and I don't measure. And my rationale for not measuring any of my ingredients is I believe in abundance. And so I don't want to measure because I think about God's blessings and how I want him to bless me immeasurably. So I translate that same mental concept or that same philosophy in the kitchen when I'm cooking. So I don't measure anything. Isn't that right, honey?
Okay.
And it comes out perfect.
Absolutely, perfectly. I don't know what the other part of that perfectly is, but we'll see what you get in the oven.
You understand what this is? This is a healthy pie. There's no sugar, no butter, no flour, no baking soda, baking powder, no Crisco, no shortening, none of that stuff in my pie.
Could we just capsulize this? It's all natural, right?
Yes, it's all natural.
Oh,
How about
okay.
that?
All
Okay, so, all right, you guys ready for me to pop this in the oven? Here goes. I'm putting it in the oven, in the microwave oven, that is. And I'm going to put this pie on 7 minutes. I hope that's the right time. Maybe I should put it on 5 minutes and come back and check it.
That might be wise.
Okay.
But you've done this before. Of course, each one is an experiment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
never remember because, like I said, I don't measure, I don't write things down. I just go with the way I feel. You know, I'm sure some of you can relate. You come in the kitchen and you just go with how you feel.
Is this like Lucille Ball on the assembly chocolate
No.
line that
No.
she.
No. I don't think 5 minutes is going to be enough.
Well, let's bump it up a few.
Okay, I'll put it on 6 minutes.
6 minutes, okay.
And it's begun. Now the cooking has begun. So somebody wanted to know, hey Cheryl. She said, get it, girl. Yes, girl, I'm getting it. I'm throwing down in the kitchen. You know I know what to do, right? And then I don't care what Jerry Allen Gordon and Martell Allen Davis have to say. They don't know anything,
Is
right?
Jerry on?
I don't know.
You
But
know,
hi, Michelle Young. So here's what's up. So I'm fixing this pie. I got Whispers music playing in the background. You check out my shirt today. This is Friday. It's cold outside. I needed to do something warm and fuzzy to make myself feel good because, you know, for those of you who know where we are, we're in Northeast Ohio where it's snow everywhere. It's freezing cold outside, and I just needed to do something. You know, this is, you know, they talk about feel good, what is it, comfort food? So I'm making some comfort food. I'm making a pie. So any of you who want to jump in your car and come over and have some, I'll share it with you. I won't let you have very much because I love this pie. And, you know, I got this man here. Check him out. By the time I get done, he's going to really be hungry and he's not going to want me to give, you know, his pie away. So I
hope that's the case. Well, anyway, yeah, it should be.
I heard
the
that,
case.
smart aleck. See what I mean? You see what I mean? That was not nice. And for those of you who didn't hear him, a few minutes ago, he called himself a pack mule.
That's right.
But you know, really,
I'm
doing this video really for my daughter, Lindsay, because she called me the other day and she said, Mom, my colleagues and I at Alabama State University, we watched your video of the lemon meringue pie when you prepared it for Food Network's Worst Cooks of America. And she told me that she and her colleagues really enjoyed it. She said they watched the whole thing. It was like 90 minutes. But she said they really enjoyed it. They watched the whole thing.
After they got up off the floor, rolling in laughter, probably.
They weren't laughing at me.
They
That's
weren't.
just him. Don't pay him any attention. But the other thing that was so encouraging to me, my daughter told me that the other instructors that watched with her said that whenever they're having a down day, they think they'll just pop that video on and they'll feel better.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel good to know that I can do something to make people feel better. So, you know, most people, when they're doing something in the kitchen, the actual eating of the food makes them feel better, but that's not the same thing with me. I think it's just watching me prepare it makes people feel better. But then after I've prepared it, they don't want to eat it. So, you know, I don't understand what that's about, but I just go with it, you know. Because at the end of the day, I know my daughter loves me, even if she doesn't want to eat my food. And I know my husband loves me, even though he took over cooking because he didn't want to eat my food either. But you did hear him on this today. He does like my pie. He wants to eat some of this pie. So I feel pretty cool about that. Isn't that right, honey?
Yeah.
You know what I could have put on the pie?
What's that?
I could have sprinkled some oatmeal on it.
Oh no, that would have been great. Oatmeal.
You want some oatmeal on it?
It's too late.
No, it's not. I could just take
No,
it
it's
out.
too late. It's too late. It's too
What,
late.
you don't want oatmeal?
No, that's okay. No,
I can sprinkle some oatmeal on top of the pie. Do
All
you
right.
want oatmeal
Go ahead,
on it?
sprinkle a little oatmeal on the pie. This is experiment day, so you
This
might
is
as well
not
go
an
ahead.
experiment. I've refined this process.
All right, okay.
Do you like oatmeal on yours?
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm gonna sprinkle some oatmeal on this pie. But you know what though? I don't know how the oatmeals will go with those chocolate.
That's quite all right. Just leave it.
I
leave it
know.
the way
I'll
it
put
is.
oatmeal on just a part of it. How's
No,
that?
that's okay.
Just a little
The
bit.
next pie you make sure you put oatmeal on top of it.
And no. You know what? I think I can sprinkle some oatmeal on here.
Not yet. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's
You
just.
don't trust me.
Well,
I can see it in your eyes.
well.
You should see this man. He's got this
I
defunct
wonder-
look on his face.
I wonder why.
Like he's so confused.
I wonder why.
Why? What? Why you don't trust
The
me?
trust factor.
Listen,
Yes. What's
How
that
long
about?
have we been married? 34 years?
Yeah.
Have I ever made you sick?
Well,
Have I ever made you sick?
there was
I have never. Ooh,
There was one
Marvin,
occasion.
Don't you tell
there
that
was
story.
one occasion when I thought I was going to have my stomach pumped.
Ooh. You know what? See, this is what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, oh my
You
goodness.
thought you were having something.
Yes.
You just made that up.
It subsided just before I was ready to hop in the car and go to the emergency room.
And what was it I had fixed?
I don't remember. It was just,
Lamar,
it affected.
I know how you are. If it made you sick, you would
whatever
never
that
forget.
was, it was so bad it affected my memory. That's why I
You know how
can't.
you tell a story? That's the thing about a husband. They will say anything, especially this one I got.
No,
He
no,
will say anything for the moment.
that's not true.
And neither is you getting your stomach pumped true.
That's true. I'm trying to remember what summer that
You
was.
are just, and now you're gonna even put it in the season.
Yeah,
you just telling stories.
It was the summer, and I tell you,
Now he's saying that he almost got his.
I was in
What
so
are you
much.
laughing about,
Listen,
Cheryl?
I have never been in that much pain in my life.
You are telling
Even
tales.
when I listen, yeah, I was at Mosquito Lake. Remember when I was at Mosquito Lake and I slipped and I went up in the air and I came down and broke my left leg?
Yeah.
That wasn't as painful as that.
You are
experience I
making
had.
this up.
No,
You guys, he is telling a story.
oh goodness!
You are, Lamar.
I was in
Look
pain.
at Mr. Dramatic over
I
here.
was in pain, people. I'm telling you, I was in pain. So
You just made that up.
listen, you're trying to say I'm like Donald Trump making up stuff. I
I don't mention his name in my
Well,
house,
anyway.
especially in my kitchen.
Anyway.
Now, you want something to make you sick, but that's okay. We're not going there. We're
No.
having a happy
I was-
day. Listen, he wants to talk about 45. Think about it.
wait, it's done.
The pie, the
Yeah.
pie, the pie.
You got to use your mittens.
No,
don't you?
that's the other thing about this. It doesn't even get real hot. So, hi, Leela. But I do need a trivet for the bottom. So,
Well, is it done?
that's what I have to find out. And here's how you find out if it's done. You just tap around.
The chocolate melted?
Well, the chocolate, it didn't melt.
Okay, so it's not enough. You got to put it in there more.
Hmm?
You got to put more time in there.
I gotta put more time.
hmm
Okay.
Now
So-
you're fixing this, aren't you? Not me.
Well, here's the
It
thing.
smells good though.
Well, some of the chocolate melted. Oh, but you know what though? I forgot. Here's what you hi, Victoria. So here's what you want to do. You don't want to cook it beyond when the juice starts flowing from the berries.
Right.
So
It's done. Right?
part of it didn't get done.
Oh.
Oh well, but that's okay because no, it's okay.
You're
Because when you
reminding
start-
me.
No,
of-
listen. Okay, so some of it is kind of sort of still frozen. It's a good thing I didn't put it on any longer because other parts is kind of, you know what? I need some more berries.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna put some more berries in here. And even though these berries are frozen, these cooked a little bit too much. So I think what the frozen berries will do is it'll kind of cool the other ones down some. So here we go. So I'm gonna put some more berries in here.
I sure hope this is not going to be another emergency room.
Oh, no. Listen, you never went to the emergency room. Stop telling that story. But what the frozen berries will do is it'll stop the cooking process of the cooked berries because I think I put them in there too long. So I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. I didn't really want to stir it because I really didn't want to stir the chocolate morsels in there. But considering the fact that I left it in the microwave too long, I just gotta do what I gotta do to salvage it because listen, berries are expensive. And so I need to salvage this. Yeah. So I think this will kind of cool it down some,
Is this?
but then you can't eat it yet because now you have frozen berries and cooked berries, and that's just not cool. So
Would this be labeled as experiment day or what?
no, it's not an experiment. I know how to do this. Hi, Terry Vickers. So what we're going to do, I'm out of chocolate morsels because my pack mule, what he calls himself, he didn't go to the store and buy me more morsels.
Well, I didn't know you were going to do this today.
So
So
you should be ready.
Had
So
I
what
known-
I'm going to do, this is powder now. I'm going to just pour this chocolate powder on the rest of it. Because the other thing is, we don't want to waste anything, right? The boat on the door. Oops. Oh, I'm not going to sing that part.
Mm.
So anyway,
This could turn into a completely different kind of show.
Oh,
Whoa.
moving right on. No, Okay, so now what I have done, I'm trying to save it. So let's see. Okay, that's gonna do it. Um,
You got that look.
well, I'm just thinking.
Oh, we're in trouble now. You're
Okay,
thinking.
so here's what we have. I'm gonna go over the recipe again so that anybody who wants to duplicate it, I'm not selfish. I don't mind sharing my recipe. So this is my berry pie. And the ingredients are all very healthy for you. Isn't that great? So this pie has, can you see it? Doesn't it look delicious? I don't care what my brother says. He says my cooking looks nasty. It does not. Oops, I almost poured it out. Okay, so it has berries, and then I use nuts to make my crust, and then I use morsels to give it a little bit of, because chocolate makes everything good. And then my seasonings are nutmeg and cinnamon. I keep thinking, was I supposed to put lemon juice in there? Did I put lemon?
Stay away from lemon juice.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no, I got it mixed up. I put my lemon juice in the apple, so I don't put lemon.
Right,
But why did
because
say
you know what
cinnamon?
happened when you wanted to make that lemon meringue pie.
There he goes again. You know, he's really stuck about that lemon
Instead
meringue
of
pie.
using a zest of lemon, you put the whole lemon in the blender.
That's
You
okay.
remember that?
I didn't just put the whole lemon in the
And
blender. I
also,
put the whole bag of lemon
oh,
in
that's
there.
true. And also,
Yeah, like I said, don't measure. Be liberal. Be generous. Be immeasurable, because that's how you want your blessings to come. You want immeasurable blessings.
that's
So,
true. Yes, and you don't want immeasurable misery in terms of stomach activity. Okay.
you know, there you go. There you go. And you know, he wants to go deep like that. So now, the other thing I'm a stickler on is keeping the kitchen neat and clean.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to seal up. This was the crust.
How often do you have to be in the kitchen anyway? You're talking about keeping it neat and clean. How often are you in the kitchen?
You can
How often are you
see,
in the
this is
kitchen?
what I mean. He's getting smart. He's getting smart. Okay.
Although, listen, I'm glad my mom decided to teach my brother and myself how to cook. So
you don't have to starve since you're married to this woman.
no, I mean, it's a blessing. I'm glad that I'm able to help you while you're focusing on other things, and I'm able to, take up the slack as far as cooking. And the business that I have
The
allows
truth
me.
is, Deb, do you cook like Jerry? Like my brother Jerry? Do I cook like my brother Jerry? I cook much better than my brother Jerry. My brother Jerry cannot hold a candle to my cooking. He can't hold a candle, a fork, a knife, a spatula, or a pot holder to my cooking.
I'll tell you what.
He comes over here and I try to give him recipes, but he doesn't know how to listen.
I hope your brother doesn't tune into this, because
Why?
you guys will have a fight.
No. Listen, let me tell you something about my brother Jerry. Those of you who know my brother Jerry, Gerald Allen Gordon, yes, that's my brother. He comes over here when he wants something really flavorful that's healthy.
No, he comes over here. He comes over here to protect me. That's what he comes over
No,
here.
and let me tell you something else. See, in case you, ladies, you know men stick together, right? Doesn't matter if they're telling the truth or not. They just stick together. We need to learn how to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because back to my brother Jerry. He comes over because he likes the way I cook. And his wife is a great cook, but she doesn't cook the same way I do. So he loves her cooking. Don't get me wrong. He loves his wife's cooking. But then when he wants something completely different, like kind of like on the other side of the world, then he comes over here and he sits down and he eats until he cannot almost get up. And then we have to walk him to the car and push him down the road because he just loves my cooking. He does. I'm his baby sister. Who's laughing? People are putting laughing things up here. I don't understand this. Well, stop that laughing. This is not funny. This is food. This is nutrition. This is the sustenance of life.
Yes.
What is
Life.
all this action?
Life, all right.
Yeah, that's right. I got it going on. Okay, so back to this pie. So I don't know, those of you who saw what happened. Wait, let me put this stuff up. You know, I don't like clutter. So, honey, would you put this in the
dispose
trash?
of this. Okay, all right.
And then put my berries
All
back
right.
in the freezer.
Yes.
Let me seal up my berries, what I have left of them. So
I'll be your trusty assistant in this case.
I need some more berries. I'm running out of berries. Lizzie, do you want to tag Linda Poindexter? Sure, Linda, I'll tag you. I'm just learning some of this live Facebook stuff. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so this is the pie that I made. I have to stop doing that before I pour it out. Okay, so this is the pie that I made. This is my berry pie with nut crust. Okay? And so I took frozen berries, poured them into a casserole dish. Then I took walnuts and I broke them up and I poured them into the bowl on top of the berries. Then I took nutmeg and cinnamon and I sprinkled it all over. And then I took my good spoon and I stirred it up really good. Then I took Hershey's chocolate morsels. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Nestle's chocolate morsels. And I sprinkled the chocolate morsels on top. And then I put it into the microwave and I put it on, 5 or 6 minutes. Put it on 5 or 6 minutes, and I started to cook it. And then I had a problem. Hi, Willie. William Brown. So then I had a problem. I left them in the microwave too long.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I think I probably should have only put it on 4 minutes. But anyway, so I put them in the microwave, and the berries cooked a little too much. And some of the morsels.
Your brother's coming up in a few seconds.
Coming where?
Right here.
Now, see, Big Mountain went and called my brother Gerald, but that's okay. He knows I'm better. Hi, Michael Raines. How you doing? I know Michael. Now, see, Michael, he respects me. He would want some of my pie, wouldn't you, Michael? I know you want some of my pie, wouldn't you, Michael? Leela, she said, I will pass on that pie. But when are you going to make a sweet potato pie? Oh, you want me to make sweet potato pie? Do you want me to make a sweet potato pie? Okay, I will make a sweet potato pie. Mine will be different. Hi, Ricky Cleveland. But yeah, I'll make a sweet potato pie. What do you think, honey? Should I make a sweet potato pie? Why are you looking like that? Should I make a sweet potato pie? See what I mean? See what I mean? That's okay. You know what? He can carry on all he wants to. He's been with Jerry just.
Yeah, Jerry. Help, Jerry. We need you, brother.
Anyway, back to there are people who want to know how I made this delicious pie. So back to the directions before I was so rudely interrupted. Okay, so
You still in the picture?
yes, I took berries, frozen berries. I poured them in the casserole dish. Then I took walnuts. That's what I use as my crust. Oh, my brother, we're talking about Jesus take the wheel. Listen, this is all good and safe. And the Lord is blessing us right now. Yes, He is. And speaking of which, what you missed, Jerry, is I was explaining to the people why I don't measure things. Because in the spirit of wanting immeasurable blessings, I take that same attitude into the kitchen. So even though I estimate the ingredients and how much should go in there, I don't hide that. I don't measure because I want God to bless me immeasurably. And so when I come in the kitchen and I'm throwing down in the kitchen, I don't measure. So anyway, can I please explain these directions? Okay, so you take frozen berries and you put them in the bowl. So here's what happened today. Yes, I had a little blooper, but I'm sure it's all going to be fine. Okay, yes, thank you, Yvette. She said it'll be great. Yes, there's somebody who has confidence. Thank you. No, Yvette McCollum.
Oh,
McCollum's daughter.
Oh,
okay. So Jerry said,
what did he say? I know it was a goodie.
He said the devil don't need no help. What are you talking about? Oh, he said the devil don't. Yeah, he said the devil don't need no help. Oh, you be quiet. Can I please go back and explain the ingredients? Okay, so I had a little blooper today. I put the berries in and I put the nuts in and I sprinkled the nutmeg and cinnamon spices in, and then I sprinkled the morsels on top and I put it in the microwave. And see, listening to this man over here, I left it in too long. I think I put it on 5 or 6 minutes, and I probably should only put it on maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I put it on. The berries cooked too long. So in order to modify or augment the cooking process so that it didn't all become slurpy, I got some more frozen berries out and I poured the frozen berries in with the hot cooked berries, and then I stirred them up in there. So then you had some cooked berries, some uncooked berries, and then the chocolate morsels, some of them melted, some of them didn't. But anyway, the bottom line is the pie is done, and we are about to taste. Are you ready, honey?
Can I think about that?
If you do, I'll just eat out the bowl.
Oh, well, no, I guess maybe I should.
He said killing your family is a sin.
Who's that, Jerry?
Jerry, you know what? I already told the people how you feel about my cooking. They know you really like my food and you come over here and eat all the time. So there's nothing you can say now. They already know. The secret is out. Your baby sister can throw down in the kitchen.
Hey, Jerry,
Yeah,
I may need you to take me to the emergency room.
He's
So
talking about getting his stomach
stand
pumped.
by, buddy.
He's never had his stomach pumped. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. So anyway, I'm going to, he said, glad my niece ain't here. Lindsay's the one who asked me to do this, for your information. Leela, what are you talking about? Don't do it. Don't do what? Don't cook? Or you saying don't eat it? Are you kidding me? Listen, let me tell you something. I don't believe in wasting food. I got my good berries in here, my good walnuts for my crust. Okay, you know, these people, I'm gonna have to make a believer out of them. So, you ready to taste, honey?
Yes,
okay, so
I
let me get
guess
some
so.
dishes. Let's see. What do I want to put this in? Let's see.
I was gonna say what you could put it in, but I better not say that.
See, you're not being nice.
Oh, Jerry.
Jerry can't help you.
Well, like I said,
Okay,
he needs to be on standby. Is your motor running, Jerry? Is the vehicle motor running so you can just hop in and fly over here?
Ooh, look how delicious that is. Mm-hmm. Whoops. So,
Don't give me too much. Not too much. I just want to. This is a little sampling right now.
No, he's not being very nice. Leela said, "Eat the pie." Michael Rain, your husband got to take one for the team. Michael, whose side are you on? Jerry said, "Lamar, leave. You have witnesses. Trash can." Jerry, shame on you. You know what? Let me tell you something about Jerry. He knows this pie is good.
Okay.
And I'll tell you who else who knows this pie is good, and even if she never admitted, and that's our Aunt Elizabeth Grant, all the way in North Carolina.
Greensboro, that is.
Yes, I'm calling people out now. And Charles Ronsville, he loves my cooking. Viola Ronsville loves my cooking. Liz and Joe Grant. He said, just smell it. It smells delicious. And Leela keeps saying, don't eat the pie. You know what, Leela? I'm starting to think you jealous. Come on, I'll save some for you. You don't have to. Don't be a hater. Let me see. Michael Rain said, love you, say you got to eat it. Love you, say you got to eat it, huh? Oh, you hear the song in the background yet? Yeah, that's the whisper. Oh, thank you, honey. See, he went and got spoons because he is ready to eat. Which bowl would you like?
The one that has the least.
Well, I want more, so there.
Okay.
Not long. Okay, so let's we'll swivel the camera around and we'll let you guys share with us. Okay, here we go. So let's see. We'll bring this camera down a little bit. There we are. We can hold it up some, huh?
You can't see the bowls, can you?
Yeah, they can see the bowl as you push it up a little bit.
What?
You guys see? Lee was saying don't eat the berries. The berries are the coup d'etat.
Okay.
Are you going to bless it?
Dear Lord, we thank you for this food we're about to receive. Let it be for our health, and let it be just not upsetting to the stomach. Let the emergency room not be necessary. And just bless it, Lord. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
You know, some people just don't know. Okay.
All right.
Isn't this
No,
wonderful?
you do yours first.
I don't have a problem. I know this is going to be good. Mm-hmm.
Help me! Oh, help me! Please, Jerry, get in your car, man. I'm choking. Oh my goodness.
You know what? Now you guys see how dramatic he is.
Oh my.
Stop performing.
I gotta get some water.
You put that water down.
Please, no, don't do that to me. I have to have some water.
Why?
I have to have some water. Get this taste out of my mouth.
What taste? And then you're gonna eat some more. You're gonna get the taste out of your mouth so you can eat some more. Who you think you're fooling?
No, actually, this is pretty good. It's
Jerry's
natural.
laughing.
It's natural and it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
It'll pass.
You see what I mean? Okay, so here's what I want to know. Who has an extra room for him tonight?
Well, my garage has heat in it. I can go out there.
You can sleep in the garage. This is for you, Lindsay. This is so good. And see,
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
why are you straining your face like that?
I'm trying to tell the truth.
Well,
See, now this is much better than a lemon meringue pie. It is much better, I must say.
mm-hmm.
It's edible. Let me put it that way. Now I'm going to eat this so
Want some
that
more?
no. That's,
Judy Gruber is watching. Hey, Judy, you see me feeding your man over here, and he's complaining all the way. He's trying to say my cooking isn't very good. Jerry said, I hope it passes through safely. Don't you?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know, brother-in-law.
You know what? Don't listen.
Well,
to
wait a minute. I want to cut that in-law off. You are my brother.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else? Your brother likes my cooking too. Judy, I just made a pie. And it doesn't have crust. I mean, it has a crust. But the crust is made of nuts. Michael said, be nice. Oh, Jerry said, Umar, what's wrong with your face? You said it's your face is changing.
Just wait till later on. You know, Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, thank you, Judy. She said I look amazing. Let me tell you, it's just good cooking that I do. Mm-hmm. This pie is so good. Now, let me show you guys. Here's the pie. This will be gone before morning.
Mine's gone, thank goodness.
Want some more?
No.
You just saying that in front of those people. You do want some more.
No, I'm going back to drawing.
See what I mean about him? Michael Rain said be nice. So anyway.
I'm being nice.
So let me tell you, this pie is really good. I made it from scratch. You know?
Yeah, you made it from scratch all right.
I think you can really say something smart. Watch out, Dad. You just choked yourself. No. That's because I was trying to talk and eat at the same time. You know that's just bad manners. But listen, I'm going to tell you guys. My daughter, who is a wonderful cook. Hey, Larnell. My daughter's a wonderful cook, and she asked me to do this because she and her colleagues at Alabama State University watched my preparation of the lemon meringue pie for Food Network's Worst Cooks of America, and they really enjoyed watching it. Now, I understand some people enjoy eating people's food. Other people enjoy watching people make food. And it's true, people don't necessarily like to eat mine, but they do like to watch me eat it. And they like to watch me make it, and then I'll eat it.
That lemon meringue pie was more like a laboratory experiment.
Well, that wasn't edible by any standard.
No, it wasn't.
Let's see. Jerry said, he has lots of witnesses. He's trying to kill you in front of a crowd. Jim Jones. That's terrible. What are you laughing about?
Whoa!
I can't believe my brother said that. You know what?
Thank you, Jerry.
I know Jerry loves my cooking too. How many times have you eaten at my house, Jerry?
Stay on standby. You might get a call later.
He said, did she put her foot in it?
Literally.
That's not
Yes,
nice.
literally.
Mm-mm. I'm telling you, this is the bomb.
Yeah, it's a bomb, all right.
Don't pay him any attention. This is delicious.
No, it's not. It's not bad.
And listen, you don't have to worry about butter. There's no butter in it. There's no sugar in it. There's no flour in it. It's just all healthy stuff. It's delicious. Although it is high in carbohydrates, I will say that.
But you know what? I love you anyway.
Mm-hmm. The question is, do I love you?
Yes, you do.
Do I love you more than this pie? I want some more.
Well, you know, she has a reputation about fruit pies. I have a cousin in Cleveland, Estella, and she, years back, she's famous for her cakes and her pies. My wife does not like cakes. So
No.
my
I
cousin.
don't like cakes. So for my
Actually, my
birthday, anybody want to give me something for my birthday? Do not give me cake. I don't like cake.
Anyway, my aunt
Hi,
came all the
Chase. How
way.
you doing?
My aunt came all the way from
Congratulations.
Cleveland, Ohio, with a pie for it was a birthday occasion. And my wife, as soon as the pie came in the house, she confiscated the pie and hid it from everyone.
That's right.
No one got any pie.
No, and I can explain why. All my years growing up, my mother made cakes, and she made pie. It was sweet potato pie. I don't like sweet potato pie, and I don't like cake. So I never got dessert. So here we are. You know, I've been deprived of dessert all my life. When this aunt came down from Cleveland, I didn't know just how desperate things had been for me until. Why are you choking?
I wonder why.
Here, shut it. So his aunt comes down from Cleveland, and she brings this wonderful, beautiful apple pie. And I'm looking at all these people in the house, and I'm thinking, they're eating everything. They don't even have discriminating palates because it's food, they're just eating it. But me, this is an apple pie. And
is this the result of eating your pie? Woo!
you know, you're not being very nice.
I gotta get up.
And after the cameras go off, he still has
I
to
got
live here with me. Hey, Rose, how you doing? So anyway, you stop that. Oh, what a clown. He is so dramatic. Anyway, Jerry said it's scary. So back to the pie. So his aunt Estella Stovall made this beautiful apple pie. And I realized all these people in the house, they eat everything. They're just going to eat the pie, but they don't really have a value and appreciation for the pie like I would because I didn't get dessert. All my years growing up, no dessert. So I did what any sensible person would do. I confiscated the pie and I hid it. And they all started looking for it. And they weren't going to find it. It was my house. I knew how to hide it. So I hid the pie. Everybody was mad at me. But they learned a very valuable lesson from that. And that is, you know, remember me sometimes and make me a fruit pie. I don't like sweet potato pie. I don't like it. Think about me sometimes. So ever since then, my adorable sister Viola, his aunt Estella, let's see, anybody else? No, those two, they always remember me and they make wonderful fruit pies for me. But their fruit pies are different because they have a different kind of crust than I do. Like they roll it out with the dough and everything, and that's delicious. But if you saw my lemon meringue pie, you know I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do crust with flour and rolling pin. That ship has sailed. So I do. Hi, Cheryl Thomas. So this is delicious. Again, this is frozen berries for the filling, walnuts for the crust, nutmeg and cinnamon for the seasoning, and then some chocolate morsels on top. Pop that baby in the microwave, and voila, you have pie. And it is so good. Stop your choking.
Well, I'm trying to.
Drink some more.
I don't know whether water is going to help or not.
You see how dramatic it's been?
Oh my.
You know what? You should get an award. Hi, beautiful Cheryl. My brother just said I don't know how to cook. Yes, I do. You've been eating my cooking for how many years? My brother has been eating my cooking at least for 34 years since I've been married. How about that? And he's still alive. Take that, Jerry Gordon, and be sure and share it with Martell Allen. Now, Feed your heart out this.
Well, you know,
it's very flavorful.
when it comes time for family gatherings and food, what do your relatives ask you to bring?
Paper plates, forks and spoons.
That's about it, huh?
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at them at all. Because, like I told Lindsay.
What happened? Because, you know, when we first got married, you used to fix like pork chops and steak and mashed potatoes and just all kinds of.
You want to know what happened?
What happened?
We got fat. That's what happened.
Well, we're not fat now.
That's right. Look how I cook. Now you're getting it.
Well, it's not.
Boy, duh. It took him a while to figure that one out.
Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
No, the reason we're not is because I'm cooking now. That's why. Because it's like salads and baked chicken.
Yeah, you heard him.
Baked.
He just said he's cooking salad.
And no, well, I mean preparation of salads, but the meats, baked chicken, baked fish. You are really terrific with the salmon.
Jerry said you ain't fat.
What?
Jerry said you ain't fat. He was fat.
That's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. He looks at those pictures, but when he was fat, he goes, "Boy, I can't believe I got that big." And let me tell you something about that. When he was gaining weight, I would get him bigger clothes. And he would look at the bigger clothes and he'd say, "I don't wear that size. You take that back to the store. I've never been that big before." So I would just leave the stuff there and wait. And then when we had someplace to go and he needed something to put on and he couldn't get. But now he's lean and mean. Yeah, my man. Oh, Jerry said he's still running. But I made this video for Lindsay because she asked me to. She missed my cooking. I didn't say she missed eating it, but she missed watching me do it, I guess.
Well, I want to say something in reference to, you mentioned that we had gotten fat as a result of eating the way we did. But for those people who have a weight problem, some of it is glandular and some of it is just trying to understand and what you need to cut back on and just try to eat healthy and exercise. You don't have to go crazy as exercise, but have a routine that's consistent and you can take pounds off. It's just that it takes determination and the will to do it. So
and it doesn't hurt to have a wife who cooks like me, right?
Yes, yes. A non-cooking wife.
You know, before this video is over, he's gonna be black.
Well, let me just say that when my wife was actually going after her master's degree, she really didn't have time to be in the kitchen and things like that because she was really focused on the subjects and things like that she had to do well in. So I was happy to cook, and I'm still happy to cook
because he likes the way
it's really an art form.
He likes to eat.
No, it's not so much eating. I like to eat, but cooking is an art form, and I've been an artist all my life.
Hi, Dwayne Townsend. Oh, hi, Lance.
So,
well,
is that our daughter on there?
Lindsay's not on yet.
Oh.
So here's the question: is running a sweeper, is that an art form?
Well, it can become an art form if you decide to make it an art form. First of all, you have to turn the sweeper on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, Iris, how you doing, girl?
At least I've run the sweeper before.
Iris wants to know what I'm eating.
What?
Oh, Iris, I am eating a fruit pie that I made from scratch. It is so delicious, and it doesn't have any butter, no sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's made of berries for the filling and nuts for the crust, and it is delectable. Uh-oh. Martell just logged on.
All right, Martell. I'm glad
to you, Martell.
I'm glad you came to the party.
Don't listen to Martell because Martell and Jerry think I can't cook, and they know it's not true. Hello, dear. She said, hello, my dears. Okay. Oh, she's starting off being nice. Want some pie, Martell? I made pie. I made it from scratch.
You know, you ought to do this more often.
Sure.
Yes, you should. You know.
Would you guys like me to cook things online more
Yeah,
often?
that would be quite an entertainment.
Let me see what you guys are saying. What do you all think about this?
You could retry your lemon meringue pie. How about that? And actually, you could actually share the moment with Martell, since she's an excellent cook. She can guide you through the process. How about that, Martell? Can you do that? Can you handle that?
Jerry said, I'm deliberately trying to impeach your stomach. Well, you just said she could try to help me by, what did you say?
She could assist you, in other words, and give you direction in terms of number one.
There's that word.
Number one,
That word
slow
started
you-
with a D.
slow you down enough.
Wait. The word
Direction.
is- yes.
But
Isn't
see,
that the problem?
slow you down enough so that each process that is involved in.
She said, nope, don't want it to
Oh,
be.
Martell, I need your help, Martell. Don't let me
Tell him
down.
to stop begging. She said she doesn't want any of it because she doesn't want to be in the hospital for Thanksgiving. You know, you guys say really bad stuff about me. Judy Gruber, I don't know if you're still there. You see how bad these people talk about me?
Well, it just so happens that we're not cooking for Thanksgiving, as far as I know. We've been invited to another relative's house.
But we still have food here at our house.
Are you? What are you? Are you cooking a turkey?
See how he's getting smart with me?
Are you doing gravy and dressing?
Okay, now he's really being smart.
And
He's making reference to the fact that Rick Ward and
fried corn and all that.
fried corn.
Mississippi fried corn.
What's that?
You don't know what fried corn is? That was my favorite
You've
dish.
never seen me fry corn.
Oh.
You know what? Let me tell you something. When this man married me, that ended all beans, all fried corn. What else? All okra, no chitlins. What else don't you get? No cornbread, no homemade biscuits. That's out.
Hey, I don't get nothing. Anything.
That's not true.
Oh.
He gets pie, berry
Yeah.
pie.
I can live off pie.
Jerry just laughing. He said,
As I said, though, I'm glad my mom taught us how to
he's
cook.
gonna do a video.
Who is
With
Jerry?
Jerry, this is gonna
Oh.
be terrible.
Okay.
Well, this pie is delicious. Hi, Richard Ellis. I'm gonna tell you, you guys, laying all jokes aside, this really is very good. I wouldn't just say that. I mean, look, I'm eating this pie down. It's disappearing. Hi, Sherry. That's Sherry Collins. Hey, girl, you want some pie?
Well, I'm just glad we got some salmon left
I wish.
that you cook now. You can throw down on some salmon, that's for sure. So
Let me see. Here's my rule.
at least I'll have something.
I don't cook anything that takes longer than 6 minutes. If it takes more than 6 minutes, I'm not cooking it. Because, first of all, why do you need to eat something that takes longer than 6 minutes to cook? That's just ridiculous. She said, please let Miss Elizabeth do the cooking. Who is Miss Elizabeth? Who is Miss Elizabeth? Anything that takes longer than 6 minutes to cook, not happening in this kitchen, not with me.
Yeah, there's very little happening in this kitchen with you.
Listen, I do poached eggs. They take 45 seconds or less. I do this berry pie. Those of you who watch, I put it in for 6 minutes and I almost made soup because I left it in the oven too long. When I do salmon, I pop it in the oven on broil and I cook it for 6 minutes and that's it. And when I cook greens, I cook my greens for 6 minutes. So, honey, would you do me a favor?
What's that?
Take the charger and that extension cord and hook them up. I just got a battery notice. And I don't want to lose the audience while I'm still having this delicious pie. Telling you, this is good. Excuse me. All right.
Did it register?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute, it's not showing time.
But so Chase You want some of my pie? Michael, you want some pie? This is so good. You know what else this is good with? Ice cream. Mm-mm-mm. You get some ice cream and throw in there. Oh my goodness, that's good eating. Leela said, "Black love, I just love it." And right now I'm having some Leela. Right now I'm having some blackberries in this pot.
Yeah, you know I love her. That's for sure with this cooking. I'm telling you.
You hear him?
Yeah, I love you. Yes.
Lindsay, your mom's getting really violent with your dad here because.
Is she on that?
But she'll see it.
Oh.
Leela, honey, I'm telling you, you should try this. Everybody watching, go get you a bag of frozen berries and some walnuts and nutmeg and cinnamon and pop that in the microwave. You will have the most wonderful, delectable pie ever. You will never go back to a rolling pin and flour again. You just won't, because you'll say, why bother when it's this good without it? Okay. And it's guilt-free. Mm-hmm. Now he got the nerve to sit here and sing.
That's Frankie Beverly. What are you talking about?
You can't turn that up. But this is really good. Want some? I know my brother wants some. You watch. You guys can't see it, but I bet you he's jumping in his truck right now. And he's headed over to my house. And he hopes that I save him some. And that I don't eat it all before he gets here. Iris said, you're eating it like you're one of... She said, you're eating it like you're one of the folks at the Last Supper. Iris, you are funny. Leela said, you're going to eat it all from Lamar. Well, you know.
She can have it.
I can't stand that man. Stop laughing, buddy. I can't stand him. He's just cutting up for you guys. That's really what he's doing.
Well,
he's cutting up for you all.
No better time to cut
hey,
up.
Natasha. Hey, Yvonne Baker. I'm telling you, this is really good. I just wish the morsels had cooked a little better, but that's okay.
You can put it back in there?
No, because then the berries will get even soggier.
Oh, wow.
Tell him to leave my recipe alone. I got this.
Nothing like Frankie Beverly and berry pie, huh?
Yeah. And don't forget Whispers.
Yeah.
You better say that right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Whispers. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're my brothers. Yep, that's right. Whispers.
He's just mad because the Whispers like my cooking too.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if they never had it. That's okay. They would like it if they had it, wouldn't they?
Well,
I noticed.
Since they were on your show.
Every time they get ready to come, they tell me don't worry about cooking.
Well, you know, Scotty, he likes, there's a particular kind of fried chicken he likes.
Well, I can try fried chicken.
Well, no, you don't. You're not the kind.
Dwayne said, so what y'all doing? Well, I'm happy
Hill.
to tell you, Dwayne Townsend.
Oh.
I made a pie. My daughter missed I can't say she missed my cooking, but she missed seeing me cook. So she asked me to do something online. Love some Frankie and Whispers. Oh, yeah, girl. So I made this berry pie. And it has frozen berries and walnuts for the crust and nutmeg and cinnamon for the seasoning. And chocolate morsels sprinkled on top. Pop it in the microwave, about 4 minutes, bring it out, and voila, you have a delicious pie. No matter what somebody else says.
This is delicious. Yum, yum, yum. I guess I better stop eating now. So,
Yeah, you gotta leave room for your salmon.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, no salmon. You're done.
Well,
You're
the
done.
pie was sweet. You should have given me salmon before I ate pie.
Well,
You didn't think of that. See, here I am,
see, I
working
was
hard in the kitchen. I can't think of everything.
I was
And
wise
now-
because see, I wanted to leave room for the salmon. I didn't want to just fill up on pie.
Remember,
So
that's just an excuse to
No.
not eat pie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know this guy.
no,
They'll be here together in February, March. It's March. They'll be here in March. They'll be in Pittsburgh on March 28th and in Cleveland on March 29th.
you know the whispers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know I'm going to have me some good whisper time in there. Yeah. This is so good. So now I'm just kind of scraping the bowl because I'm trying not to go back into the casserole dish and eat all the pie up from Lamar. Oh, you like my hair, Yvonne? Thank you very much. I just did a little twisty thing. And my daughter talked me into going natural. So I actually went natural several years ago, but I wasn't wearing it out because couldn't figure out how to style it. And I finally started wearing it out and found out I love the way my hair feels. And I'll never turn back. No more chemicals in the hair for me. No, no, no. So I guess I'm done eating. Now, I think since I fixed my husband a nice pie, that he should dance with me. Yep, that's what I think. Junior! Come on. So now, I want one dance. One dance, Junior. See? So, you guys want to join us in the dance room? Here we go. We're going to dance, Lamar?
Yeah.
We got one dance.
I hope
You
I
hear
don't
him?
fall.
He's such a smart aleck.
I hope I don't fall.
Talking about he hopes he doesn't fall.
I hope I don't
Did
fall.
you get that? Okay, here we go.
I have to put my other shoes on.
What? Oh, because the
You
floor
gotta
is
say that.
slippery.
Yeah, that floor is slippery.
Oh, that's what he meant by he hopes he doesn't fall. He literally meant he hopes he doesn't fall. I thought he was trying to be funny because, you know, he's blaming everything on Pop.